From my experience with talking with other people who should get a real job, aka YouTubers such as myself, most people don't want to break the community guidelines. Most people want to put out content that YouTube is okay with. And it was to our satisfaction when YouTube said that they're going to make their community guidelines a lot more clear. And they also released a new system where they said that before you get a strike, you will be issued a warning. Now, of course, in my opinion, the system can still have more improvement. For example, I know a lot of people who manage to get their community strikes one after the other, usually in the course of 1 hour or so they didn't really have any time to do anything. Especially if you're a channel who uploads a video a day and you have hundreds of videos and you get a strike on a video you've uploaded 1 or even 2 years ago, that could definitely be a problem. You know, would be nice if YouTube would think about giving statute of limitation, like after a year that a video was posted and was seen by a lot of people. If that happens to get a strike, it would be nice if, for example, you wouldn't actually get a strike on your account and the video would just be removed. That would definitely be a step in the right direction, in my opinion. Especially since I suppose society changes and things that were okay 3 years ago are definitely considered not okay now. Unfortunately, it is the time we live in. Like, culture constantly shifts, and a lot of things that might have passed back then do not pass now. For example, I personally know from another YouTuber, Sargon of Akkad. He had one video where he used the N-word a lot, and it was obviously used as a joke, but it was also to make a point about political correctness, and that video got a community strike a couple of years ago. Now, back then, he filed an appeal, and he actually won. The video was reinstated. So, you know, all fair, right? But now, a couple of years later, video gets striked again, and it doesn't get reinstated. So he had one strike on his account, which I believe expired now. So Dungeons and Dragons will probably go back on his channel. His streaming rights are reinstated. But this goes to show that there's a lot of confusion, right? And things that were okay back then are not okay now. And again, like, a lot of people don't want to break the rules. It's just that the culture changes. And I'm not in charge of the culture. You know, I just want to follow the rules, just like anyone else that uploads videos on YouTube. And with that said, the fact that YouTube came in and said, yeah, we're going to make the rules more clear, a lot of people were happy. Now, a couple of days ago, I heard about this thing where a YouTuber by the name of Top Hats and Champaign had his entire channel terminated for hate speech. I don't watch Top Hats and Champaign, but I do know a little bit about the YouTuber. He started his channel, I believe, the same time I did. He managed to get up to 50,000 subscribers. I obviously managed to overtake him. Don't know why. I have a shitty accent, shitty editing. I don't know that he was doing really good edits. He had the green screen and stuff like that. And he almost exclusively focused on gaming. So he wasn't into politics. I don't know if he ever used any slurs. I don't think he was controversial in any way like that. And the way his channel was terminated is very bizarre, because usually you're supposed to get a warning and then strike 1, strike 2, strike 3. No, his channel was terminated overnight, according to his claims. And he shows that he actually got this from YouTube, saying, "We'd like to inform you that due to repeated or severe violations of our community guidelines, your account has been suspended. After review, we determined that activity in your account violated our community guidelines, which state that hate speech is not acceptable on our site. Hate speech means content that promotes hatred or violence against members of a protected group, race or ethnic origin, religion, disability, gender, age, veteran status, and sexual orientation or gender identity. Please be aware that you are prohibited from accessing, possessing, or creating any other YouTube accounts. For more information about account termination and how our community guidelines are enforced, please visit our help center. And if you'd like to appeal this suspension, please submit this form." So the problem with this is that I, as another YouTuber, can't learn anything from this. Like, I want to know why he got banned so I don't do the same mistake. Okay, YouTube, you would be helpful to other community creators if you were to tell us what exactly this guy did, because this is very ambiguous. It's like hate speech. Which video? Where? What, and why is he getting only one strike? Why didn't he get the warning and the 3 strikes, right? So I assume he did something so hideous, so heinous, because yeah, in the YouTube guidelines it does say that if you do something incredibly offensive, right? Like, for example, upload a murder or something, I assume, then your entire channel gets terminated without any strikes. They do mention in their terms of service that they can do this. But given the nature of this guy, and having the fact that I spoke with him on Twitter, I DM'd him after I found out, because there were articles written about this on certain gaming websites. He says that he didn't get into any controversies. His videos are quite milquetoast. And he didn't even piss anyone off. And recently, his videos were about promoting his indie game. Like, he wasn't even getting involved into politics. So I assume that what he is saying is true, because again, I would have probably heard from other people, like other people would call him out when he said that he got banned from no reason. You'd have people saying, oh no, you know what she did, look what she did here. You know, but in this case, I don't see anyone being upset at him. Like, I don't see anyone cheating over the fact that he got banned. Nothing, okay? That doesn't seem like even an effort to brigade his channel out of the blue. So this is very weird. I think there might be a mistake. I generally think that in this particular case, there might be a mistake. I don't see who the guy pissed off. It doesn't explain why he didn't get like a warning and then the 3 strikes. Doesn't name the video that this guy managed to violate the community guidelines. Is just bizarre. Also, I want to point out just how draconic this is. So it's like, please be aware that you are prohibited from accessing, possessing, or creating any other YouTube account. Like, if you guys from YouTube really want to work with us, like, at least put a time on this, like 1 year, 2 year, 3 years. Like, getting banned from life is a little bit harsh, don't you think? I'm just saying, you know, like, if you have a kid who makes a YouTube account at 16, and he's a very edgy boy online, and he says something and, you know, gets his account terminated, can happen, right? Really, like, when he's 40 or 50, he can't access the platform anymore because of that one time he got banned. Seems incredibly harsh. There should be a process to allow people to reform themselves. Like, there should be some way of redemption. There should be something that you can do that maybe in 1 year you can get a new account or something like that. And, you know, like, maybe put that account under certain conditions. It's like you don't get 3 strikes like other people. Since you got your account terminated, you only have 1 strike. You know, you only have one chance. Like, something like that. Just give people like a reason to try to get a redemption, to redeem themselves. I think that would definitely upgrade the way the community guidelines are being enforced. But again, please look at the case of this guy, Top Hats. I don't think he actually broke the community guidelines. This is just bizarre. I think it might be a mistake. I genuinely do. And in the case it's not a mistake, then make it obvious so that other people can learn from this. You know, like, one of the major complaints people have about the YouTube community guidelines is that they're not enforced equally. Like, I know a couple of friends of mine who took a video from YouTube, uploaded it on their channel, and they got a community strike. Meanwhile, the original video that they took it from is still up. I mean, do you understand our mindset? Like, we think if something is up, it's okay to use. Now, if one video gets banned, it would make sense that both get banned. So this means that if you leave the original video up, someone else might also copy it, put it on their channel, and they will get a community strike. So these videos exist on YouTube. For example, there's this video which comes from Saudi Arabian television, and you have this imam that is explaining on how it's acceptable to beat your wife under Islamic law, right? And I know people who uploaded that video on their channel from Saudi Arabian national television, we're talking about, right? Like, you can find this on YouTube. It's not... They uploaded it on their channel and they got a community strike for encouraging violence towards women, I guess, like hate speech or something. Do you understand why this is a problem? You know, like, honestly, it is a little bit problematic, isn't it? So yeah, hopefully someone at YouTube support will see this video and they will look into this. I usually try to speak out for other YouTubers who manage to get in a pickle. Hopefully you're going to pass this up the chain, like make a suggestion about this. Again, most people, from what I know, they do want to follow the community guidelines. I don't know a lot of people that make YouTube accounts to break the rules on purpose. And it's usually accounts that have more than 50,000 subscribers and sometimes even 100,000 subscribers. They've been here for a while. And they really want to stay here. You know, they want to keep doing business with you guys. So they don't want to break the rules for hate speech and stuff like that. So you would really give us a leg up and help us out if you can actually show us what this guy did. For example, from the case of Monkey Jones, you know, I don't agree that he got banned. But what I understood by watching him is that the people who work at YouTube can't tell the difference between a joke, satire, and the real thing. So the guy made videos making fun of a serial killer, and from that I understand that the people who enforce the community guidelines don't really like satire that much. Like we shouldn't make even jokes at the expense of a serial killer. Like when it's a tragedy, we should be like the news, very serious, very grim, just report it, and that's it. So you don't like sensationalism, you don't like things that are over the top, you just want the reporting. Like, okay, you know, I disagree with it. I disagree. I think mocking serial killers is a good thing. I think tarnishing their names and treating them like a joke. But, you know, I'm not the one making the community guidelines. I want to follow them. So if you guys say, like, don't mock people, that's fine. That's fine. I won't mock people. Fine. Just tell me, let me know, right? So when you ban someone, it would be very helpful if you'd also tell why he got banned. But again, hopefully this was a mistake, and the guy hasn't filed his appeal yet, so maybe there's just a conundrum, a mix-up. If I was another channel that has a name similar to Top Hats and Champagne, and you think they did a mistake, I would be worried, huh? Let me know what you think in the comment section, and yeah, hopefully a person from YouTube support will get to see this video.